Ravajena.
Bom bom. Bom bom.
This is Benny McCarthy.
Oh,
the one and only Benny McCarthy, our lethal striker. Which year was this song released?
98, I think. 98 or 2000. But one thing I know about this song, in South Africa, during sporting events, when this song was playing, we're doing the most.
It was one of the best.
It was just
because I remember it was when Benny was in his prime, when he was scoring goals like nobody's business.
Wanamukala. Welcome to it, the Insert Sport Edition. Mukala,
Eta
Nermin. This guy, I'm sure you know this guy. This guy is no stranger. Partner, colleague, Mungana, Chief Operations Officer, Struu Artzz Entertainment. Exhibit. But most people don't know that you're a sports science and recreation specialist.
Yeah, that's
because people think when we are appointing positions at Struu Artzz, we just take and point.
There is no balance in that,
My friend, you're one of the people I would consider the future of this country, because when it comes to sports and arts development, not only are you involved in the development part of it, but you took a conscious decision to study.
Not just to be a participant.
To study it. So when you are implementing the changes from a study point of view, ladies and gents, welcome in studio. NEFALE exhibit fano.
All right.
Bro.
Like the way you are introducing Bra, it's like you are introducing someone from USA or what. Bra, I'm your friend. So this episode, I just don't want it to be too formalized, but chilled. But for now, let's take it to the...
Because another thing is, we're going to be doing a lot of this, because he's our guy for sports, arts and recreation development. So we're going to be talking to you. So, I mean, today, my guy, we called you here because there's a national crisis, man.
Which national crisis?
You didn't see the results there at the Olympics.
That one is a pure disappointment. Imagine a country of 50-something million people of a population coming back with just 3 medals, bruh. And out of those 3 medals is just 2 individuals. Imagine.
Our performance at the Olympics, what went wrong? Why was it so
I don't know, but I think this problem of males is getting serious in our country because it was only females who came back with
and it reminds me of the case of Banyana Banyana. You know how many games Banyana Banyana winning games, but
Banyana Banyana was doing better than Bafana Bafana, but yet you find females are undermined when it comes to such sports like football. You get it. But now let's talk about the Olympic Games.
But before we get in, you raised would you say it's because you know sports is it's a practice of discipline.
Yes,
you get it. Would you say it's a case of discipline that we are seeing?
Yes,
this definitely. Low performance from males.
When we talk about it in a psychological point of view, yes. We are having problems with our males. I think we are too comfortable to affect we were well known to be the dominating people when it comes to sports. But now look at the level of commitment and determination comparing males and females. A lot of these Varenas are drinking. How many footballers where now you have seen losing their future? Like how many footballers, those who you know, they were once popular but they never made it to the future because of alcohol? How many? There are many.
A lot.
I don't want to mention.
We can't be mentioning names because it will be like
we know them. You know them.
There are a lot.
But now let's look at this. When we check at the Olympic Games 2020, I think we sent 32 participants there, and it was
initially I think it was 177, but I don't know what happened when they were cutting down.
Okay, those ones who made it to the final
selection.
Get it.
How many?
I think it was 32.
Shucks.
And I was disappointed.
Of 32, only 2 people came back with medals because Tatiana Skuman.
Yeah,
she won gold and silver.
She won. we can't fight that.
Tatiana Schoonmaker, and Tatiana Schoonmaker.
We are trying the asset. We are Africans. All right, so Tatiana, she's the one who came back with a silver medal. She won a 100-meter breaststroke. Breaststroke is the one. I feel like being a female swimmer helped her a lot because it's breaststroke, so it was obvious. But she won.
So breaststroke is a breaststroke.
It's a breaststroke. It's all about your chest and stuff, but it's swimming. So what happened is that she won a silver medal on a 100-meter breaststroke, of which she went on now. She was so angry, I guess. She won a 200-meter breaststroke.
And that happens a lot in sports where someone gets silver and they're like, this is not me.
I can't go for that. I can't settle for the second position. Then she was motivated. She went on to win the gold medal in 200-meter breaststroke, meaning it was double what she did.
And she broke a record.
She broke a world record. That's something. I think we should clap for that. Jana, she's
you see everything cooperate in studio. They know the button
to clap. These are my machines. I connect them. So what happened there, it was very interesting to see how motivated she was when it. So there's also Bianca. Bianca, she's the one who was doing surfing.
Woman.
Like, imagine. Okay.
They're carrying South African sports on their shoulders.
Netball, banyana, but God. You get, but still you find they are not earning the same amount of money that males are earning. You get it. But I feel like it's our sports organization and unions.
And that raises, I think that also raises a point because there are a lot of men administrating sports.
Definitely.
To a point whereby you find a netball coach being a man.
You find a female football coach being a male. How do you cooperate in a dressing room?
And it's not any other thing. It's just undermining.
You get. We are not saying it's wrong because males are the ones who have a better understanding of football and stuff. But why not push a certain group of females which will be dominant in such roles?
I mean, there's professional soccer for ladies, like that goes to where you wear for sort of.
Of course, like in European countries, clubs like Barcelona, what they have their female clubs, but here in South Africa, only few. I think it's only Sundown, Bloemfontein Celtic, and others which are not in professional.
And they once tried to initiate like a league. I think there was a league for women football in South Africa.
There is a women's league that is
active.
Yes.
Like the PSL.
Like PSL. It's just that it's not popular. It's not what we know. You get it. There are teams that are participating in different provinces. Just like Chiefs going to Bloemfontein to play. Sorry for that. I think Bloemfontein Celtic is so. But we'll get to that. Just like
we'll
Chiefs.
Talk about that. Before we get to Bloemfontein, I just want us to wrap up on the Olympics so that we don't leave any ends untouched. Okay. So the Olympics are being administered by SASCOC.
Yes, SASCOC is the one that is. That's why a lot of people were even asking questions to say, how is it not South African Football Association sponsored by Leacock now, seeing the soccer kit and stuff? Because South Africa was not wearing. I mean, the South Africa team that was participating in Olympic, all of them, they were not wearing the normal things.
South African colors.
Yes, because it was not. Okay, for instance, the under-23 squad, it was not wearing a Leacock soccer kit.
South Africa sponsored by Leacock?
Yes.
South African soccer?
South African soccer.
By Leacock?
By Bafana is wearing Leacock.
Leacock Sportif?
Leacock Sportif. And it was...
What happened to...
This is the interesting part because SASCOC saw it and they were like, okay, next. come here, Mr. Price. You know, Mr. Price, they
don't tell me that. Saskok went
to Mr. Price. They were like, hey, Mr. Price, we see you have this sporting equipment, man. Can you please give us some soccer kit? Can you please give us some equipment? And then,
no.
What are you looking for there? You just pressed a howling eagle there. Hey, it's shocking.
South Africa did.
So we were wearing mixed
at the Olympics.
Yes, like from runners, swimmers, our football players.
But I mean, no. Look, there are a lot of brands. There are a lot of brands that are embracing like the sporting culture, local brands that need investing. Couldn't the country maybe?
That's where, on my own perspective, I can say SASCOC is not doing enough to develop our Olympic.
Who's the president of SASCOC?
The president of SASCOC, I'm not sure. I don't really follow such. Can you please check for us? Because these things to me, they are like disgusting. You see, they are not too logical, you know. They don't follow.
They don't make sense.
They don't make sense. Who's the
Gideon Sam?
Have you ever heard of Gideon Sam?
Gideon Sam, come on, man. You can do better, man.
Have you ever heard of Gideon Sam? And looking at this Morena have been there for some time.
Yeah.
And with his knowledge and his expertise, I believe that he was supposed to be doing better.
But here they're saying that Barry Hendricks elected as new SASCOC. SASCOC,
please, man.
Please
stop.
Because you know why I'm raising this SASCOC issue, ne? Because if you check sports development in South Africa, and that I believe would be the reason why we're not performing at the Olympics. Because for one to get to the Olympics, they must start from the grassroots. You get it. You start with those district competitions,
you came with a very proper.
You go to provincial. After provincial, you wear national colors, and then
that one is like a dream, bro. Let me tell you something.
Sure.
Look at this, ne? We can't just rush and jump into how are we performing in Olympics without looking at the development facilities or our sporting facilities. How many white elephants do we have?
Tennis courts.
Like just tennis courts. You find
tennis courts are being used to take the fence, and
that's where we come in as recreation and leisure specialist to say, where are they doing what we call an assessment to check what's needed in that particular area? For instance, when are you going to build a rugby stadium in Makonde or here in Venda, wherein we know sport as football and netball maybe, but we don't really understand basketball, swimming, because we only know how to swim in the rivers, in the dams. So looking at how they're developing our infrastructures or our sporting facilities, that's where the problem lies in, because a lot of participants who are there in Olympics, they were self-trained. You get, they only get the support after being qualified to participate in Olympics, of which that's what our government does. When they see you have potential, they take you and
so it's becoming survival of the fittest.
It's survival of the fittest. But it's not all about those who have the talent. What about those whom we can teach or train to do better? Because you are building a tennis court here at Marude Secondary School or at Makwarera. People of Makwarera, they only love soccer. Why are you giving them a tennis court? Why are you not giving them a better?
And are you engaging them to say who is willing to?
Did you first go to that community and look at the activities that they are taking? No, you don't, because and then you want to build that facility so that you can loot. And then you want to build that facility so that you can.
And why merge sports, arts, and culture? Because I mean, sports is big.
It's
arts
broad.
And culture, it's broader.
And those are two complete different things.
For sports, number one, we can talk diet. A performer's diet won't be the same as a sportsman's diet.
Never.
Then why are you combining the two practices?
And you put someone in charge to control all those
sports and
artists, and
he's known now as Minister of RIPs because that's the only time we see him, when someone passes away and he's like RIP to.
When last did you see Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture addressing us on the new developments or anything that we need to know?
What's the development?
Since we were fighting for COVID relief as artists to say, hey, we want our money.
And we want the money because we didn't even get the money before COVID. Even in the COVID relief forms.
That's where the problem of joining sports and art comes in. But anyway, when it comes to that issue of Olympics and males and females doing, I was impressed by this other boy, Manbari Akane Simbin.
Yeah. I saw the boy. He was running.
He did very well in the 100 meter. It's just that he was running with the best.
Yeah.
And
he tried.
He tried. He came out position number 4.
But those are evidences that we need.
We need such
development at grassroots, because when you mention names like Akane, I'm not putting down anyone, but when you mention names like Akane and then you would mention a name like Tatiana Skuman, when you say Tatiana Skuman won breaststroke swimming, no one would be shocked. But when you say Akane, well, like Akane,
and is something. Yeah. In 2018 he was there. He won certain medals with the sprinting.
But ripping the Olympics conversation. But why is it that every time when we try to do a background check on, like even now with Akane, I'm sure if we were to do a background check, a Model C school will pop up?
You think when I went to Gunja Secondary?
Then what happens to those who went to Shakalimpani High School? How do they get to the Olympics?
Secondary school will be running there in village ground.
High school
Kasi football.
They will end in the villages. Called the tournament in Jamasar.
What with us watching, saying, hey, that boy
was once powerful.
But then you just get your 30s playing.
We need to do better. We need to do better
when it comes to our sports organizations, I think.
But I think at grassroots level, there's a lot that people can do before the government can even intervene. You get it? Like, if you're a sports fanatic in any community, please just try and make sure that there are some activities in your community.
The problem is when Olympic games are only being popular because there is an Olympic competition international.
Sure.
Why can't we popularize Olympics?
You know what I was thinking? Why can't we take the budget that we are using to go to the Olympics and skip the Olympics for at least 5 years? And say South Africa is not South Africa is not participating for the next 5 years. Develop a ground roots. Ground roots. Blind. Supercharged.
Let's just forget about that.
Yeah.
Let's just forget about that and let's just have hope.
Yeah.
After watching the results and the outcomes, we
3 medals.
South Africa is not doing proper.
3 medals. Population of over 50 million people.
You get
sad results. Okay, moving right along, sports. Arambeka, let's talk the game. Yeah, let's just talk the MTN. I don't know.
It was a tough weekend.
All I heard was what?
All those 2 big clubs.
Where?
Where are Kaizer Chiefs fans now?
Pirates.
Where are Pirates? Okay, fine. I'm a Pirates. I was disappointed. I took my time. I was like, okay. I was watching the game on my laptop at home. I was like, okay, this one is boring. Let me just go and watch it in a public space where I'll be able to engage with others.
You know what's the funny part? I was watching the game with Murifi, and with Murifi, he's one of those people who growing up they were like soccer players who were taken into development clubs, and he was complaining that there's no longer a lot of young boys who are coming from development.
Yes.